So today was kind of interesting. Well, today the girls basketball team went to the state finals? I believe it's state. And so like half the school was gone, over half the school was gone. Like every class was completely empty. And it was really quiet in the hallways and we could like move around. It was so weird. And so I'm going to take a run through my day and show you guys how weird this was. So first hour was very normal. First hour is World History B. And we just drew a map of a town in England. So that was quite normal. And then we went to second hour. Second hour started to get a little weird. I didn't even report to second hour first thing. I stayed in the rotunda, which is like, you walk in the front doors and there's this giant like circle area that's got a humongous clock on the floor, on the ground, and a giant globe that swings back and forth and it tells the time. So that's the rotunda. So I was waiting in the rotunda and people kind of started to file in to set the team off. And so I just kind of stood there and I was with Graham and we were just kind of hanging out in the rotunda. And then we went to second hour and the entire band was mad at me because I was supposed to be outside with the pep band, which I don't ever do pep band because it's stupid. And everybody was walking in like really, really cold. I was like, that's why I stayed inside and tunneled the team out. Anyway, we didn't even do anything for second hour. Second hour's band. And so I sat in a corner reading and writing my book the entire hour. So it was fun. And then I went to third hour. Third hour is folklore and mythology, but there were like, seriously, not even joking. I think I counted. I think there was like 7 people in that entire class. A bunch of the seniors went off to other classrooms with their friends, and the rest of us went to Mrs. Williams' classroom and were supposed to watch Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, but me and my friend Kale left class with a note from Mrs. Williams saying that we could leave the class, and Kale took his girlfriend Sierra out of classroom. Yes, that Sierra, all that drama happened with Spencer. That Sierra. She got out of class and Graham got out of class, so we were all just hanging out in a conference room in Pod 7 doing nothing for the entire third hour. So that was fun. And then I went to fourth hour. Beginning of fourth hour was quite normal. Sort of. We had a sub. She put in the life of Pi, and we sat there and glued diagrams of the sun together. And so that was pretty normal. And then we went to lunch. And then we came back. And then there was an announcement saying that the game has been set up in the field house. Which isn't really a field house. It's just a giant gym with bleachers. I don't know why they call it field house. Just so we can feel special. So they had this humongous projector out. This is really framed really poorly. I can't like move my hands. There. So they had this gigantic projector out. And the bleachers set out. And so I was like, hey, I want to go to the field house. And so our sub's like, do you guys just want to go to the field house? We can just go. And we're like, sure. To get to the field house, you have to go through the cafeteria. Sea lunch was going on at the time, and Graham has sea lunch. So I didn't go to the field house right away. I had lunch with Graham and his friends and ate most of his pineapple. So we did that, and then we went to the field house, and then the bell rang for fifth hour, and they're like, you can either stay here or you can go to fifth hour. So I stayed there. I didn't do anything all day. I just lounged around. Didn't do anything. And then after school, we were let out. Me and Graham left like a minute early so that we weren't trampled by people. So we were let out, and I went and got my coat, and then we were hanging outside with everybody, and all of the snow has finally melted here. It hasn't like melted all the way, but it's pretty much gone, and I love the feeling of grass. And so I was lying on the grass, and I had people sit on me. I had 2 people sit on me at one point. I was laying down, and then Graham laid on top of me, not in that way, don't get your minds perverted. And then Gabby sat on top of him, and like my hip bones were like jammed into the ground, and I was like screaming bloody murder, and like everybody was looking at me. And I got tackled to the ground by Graham, and tickled by Jacob, and yeah. Oh, another thing. We have this balcony at the school. Okay, so our school's like a giant H, okay? You have this part of the school and you have this part of the school. This part of the school is like a giant H on the classroom view here. You have pod 1 and pod 2, and there's a hallway. And there's rooms on each side of the hallway. And you get here, there's pod 3, pod 4, library. Upstairs, you have pod 6, pod 7, classrooms. Pod 5, pod 6, classrooms, pod 7, pod 8, balcony, and a balcony. And this balcony has a hallway down here that leads to the rotunda that leads to the band wing, cafeteria, the pool, all of that jazz. So I like to hang off of this balcony over by the rotunda. And I had my feet, you know, like if you've ever seen the Titanic, she puts her feet on the railing, so you're standing on the railing. And I was leaning over the railing, like just hanging over the railing. And Graham's scared of heights. He was freaking out. He thought I was gonna fall. It was so funny. I love freaking him out. This is a 5-minute video. Okay, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna stop blabbing now. 1, because my throat hurts. 2, because I have a cookie to eat. And 3, YouTube's gonna freak out. So I will see all y'all later.